Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Bazaar and to another episode of our Star Wars Commander Canon story playthrough. Last episode we did the prologue and introduction to the game, and today we are diving right into our first missions in Chapter 1, Humble Beginnings.
We've been getting reports of locals being attacked by huge swarms of womp rats. Jenica's asked us to investigate, which is why we're here. You see those nests? There's bound to be womp rats around. Watch for an attack once the troops are deployed.
Let me know what you think of my voice acting for Sapanza. I'm planning on doing all the voices for this series, except Jenica's of course. But here, for our first mission, we're helping out the locals of Tatooine by clearing out this womp rat infestation. Too bad we don't have Luke and his T-16 to bullseye them, but we do have some trusty rebel soldiers who can get the job done just as well. As it's the first mission, these poor womp rats really don't stand a chance, but this is a good first taste of combat in Commander, since it combines attacking both infantry units and structures, the infantry being the womp rats in this case.
Okay, that was a piece of cake. Let's get out of here before the charred rat smell attracts a crate dragon.
Funny mention there, since the crate dragon actually plays a role in the story in later chapters of the campaign. I also believe this game is the only time in the official canon we see a crate dragon in the flesh, which is pretty cool. That's gotta be the coolest thing about this game though, is that it is all canon. This all takes place between the battles of Yavin and Hoth, so it fills in some events between episodes 4 and 5. It's cool knowing that while you watch the movies, Sapanza and his partner are flying around Tatooine somewhere in the Strix. That's our ship in the game, so let's move on to the next mission in Chapter 1 to meet her and find out why these womp rats have been attacking people.
Look at that, it's a research lab. I bet that's why these rats have been so aggressive lately. Some nut's been experimenting on them. Let's take it out. I'm in the Strix on standby. I can strafe the battle once before the cannon needs to recharge. Just give me a target.
Yeah, you got it, partner. I think we're going to go for that lone turret right there. Turrets are always a good target for the Strix, especially in these early missions. She can clear them out and leave the path clear for your troops, but you have to be wise with your targets since you only get one shot. There was only a single turret on this base, so our one shot was put to good use here. And these poor womp rats think they actually have a chance against my 2 rebel soldiers. Ha! But that just goes to show how easy it is to walk through these first missions. You really don't need to deploy more than 2 or 3 troops at a time to win. A lot of new players will probably dump their entire army in these early missions though, but that's fine. There really is not a wrong way to win here. Now, we never find out who runs this lab, but this whole chapter is meant to establish our presence on Tatooine and set up some bigger threats that we will be facing moving forward. Womp rats are small game, but we'll soon be tangling with some worse sorts in the next chapter.
A tiny merc base in the middle of nowhere experimenting on womp rats. Will the wonders never cease? Let's get back to base, partner.
If you're enjoying the series so far, let me know by hitting that like button and dropping a comment. I'm enjoying this game a lot, and I'm eager to upload the rest of the story and have it out there in this format. I know other channels like The Game Hunter and NGT Mobile Gaming have covered the story mode on the Empire side, but technically the Rebels side is the canon storyline, which is why we are doing a Rebels run in this series. That is in fact confirmed by multiple pages of character information on the Star Wars databank, these pages also going over some of the events that we will be a part of in later chapters. It's really neat seeing how it all comes together and fits in the overall story of the expanded Star Wars saga. But for the final mission of Chapter 1 and all of her voice lines going forward, allow me to introduce my sister as Jenica Pierce of the Rebel Alliance.
Hey, Agent, this appears to be the true source of the recent spike in womp rat aggression. This base is too heavily fortified for your current strength, so I am sending you a Juggernaut and a hero of the rebellion named Chewbacca for battle support. Good luck.
Much appreciated, Jenica. These forces will come in handy. Just check out this base. It's got a shield and everything. But we have a Wookiee, and not just any Wookiee, the mighty Chewbacca, flanked by 2 very loyal medical droids. Chewie is already packed with health, and these droids basically make him invincible here. This Juggernaut tank is also a monster that just mows over walls and takes out turrets like they're nothing. Chewbacca actually will be available to us as soon as we get a hero command built, though sadly we can only use heroes in story missions if the game has it set up that way, such as with this one. Normally, we can only use heroes in attacking rival bases in player versus player battles. The Juggernaut and droids, on the other hand, will be available for these missions, though not for a while for us, because both require higher levels of factories and barracks respectively, and we're still on Chapter 1. We'll get there eventually though, but this mission does give us a cool taste of what they can do.
That was one mean machine, eh, partner? I can't wait until we can build those ourselves. And did you see that Wookiee? What a crack shot! Looks like we picked some good allies.
Indeed we did, Sapanza, indeed we did. The rebel forces are powerful. And with that, we have completed Chapter 1 of our Star Wars Commander story playthrough. Not a bad run, I think, as we gain our mastery reward of 5 whole crystals. Mastery rewards are only awarded if you get 3 stars on all missions, which is what this series is striving to do. If you're playing along, you can see how I 100% everything, and hopefully it can help you if you're stuck on a particular mission. This is going to be the shortest episode of this entire series, since the chapter was so short. These episodes will average between 10 and 15 minutes and will cover as much of a chapter as possible, with the longer chapters being broken down into 2 parts. So expect more video as we meet some of the most wretched and scummy villains on Tatooine in Chapter 2 Under the Twin Suns in the next episode of our story playthrough of Star Wars Commander. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.